we have a huge increase of meth use in our area. And a lot of these people are also on opioids. Can you say something about those issues?
Sure. So meth is a really fascinating animal, and I've got about 3 minutes left before I got to go to a client. But meth is an interesting animal. Methamphetamine is chemically similar to, molecularly similar to amphetamine, which is Adderall, which is your common ADHD medications. So there's a certain percentage of people who use meth that are literally self-medicating, just like that other guy said to me before. So I would add to what he said all those years ago and say, if someone comes to me and they're using methamphetamines, the first thing I'm going to assess for is adult ADHD. So, my clinical experience tends to be that it's about 50 to 60% of the people that are using meth are really kind of feel normal when they do it, because they should be on some sort of an Adderall or a Ritalin or something like that. So there's that aspect of it. There's another 40 or 50% of people who use meth because they really get it's a stimulant. Right. So again, they're depressed. They really want to feel high. They really want to feel, stimulated. And so methamphetamine provides that. Unfortunately, it's a very dirty drug. Unfortunately, it's a very deadly drug. And unfortunately, it's a very inexpensive drug. So those things are difficult to overcome. Typically, when people are also using meth and they're in our program, those are the people who don't typically last very long in the program, because is this concept called what I call priming, right? Like if you're constantly using a mood enhancing drug, even though you're in a program, right, you're kind of priming yourself. It's sort of like every time that I quit coffee and I would just drink decaf. Right. It was kind of like I was priming myself, and then I would start putting a little bit of caffeinated in there. And then before you know it, I'm up to 3 cups of coffee again, full flavor. So there's a little bit of priming that goes into that. So we have not seen as much success with patients who are using both meth and are opioid addicted in our program. Some people have stopped using meth entirely once they got into our program, but again, it's a little bit of priming that goes on, and meth is a little bit more insidious like that. I'm not really sure. We haven't really cracked that code yet, but I think that if people were serious about recovery, they could get on an extended release Adderall or something like that under a prescriber's supervision, and I think about half of the people would probably do pretty well on that.